Hail up, Ronald Zen Als, Managing Director of Matchbox Promotions, Head Coach and Trainer at Zen Life Fitness Boxing Club.
My name is Seth Lawrence, coming straight from 246, and I'm the heavyweight champion of Barbados.
My name is Dave Richards, the greatest welterweight and light middle boxer in Barbados.
Hey, it's Peter Murray, current best boxer of Barbados.
My name is Charles Cox. I'm boxing in the light heavyweight category, which range from 170 to 175.
I feel like for a long time, boxing in Barbados was existing under the radar. We were almost invisible. There were so many people. I've been boxing from 13 years old. I'm 34 years old now. And there's so many people who still say, wait, they got boxing in Barbados? And that to me just speaks to the fact that it's not being promoted and portrayed the way that it should be. It's not being made visible enough.
From young, I had a love for wrestling, but my mom ended up banning me because I started acting too aggressive. So to find that void, to fill the void, I got into boxing, and then from training with the coach, Gary Boyne, I just found the love and a passion for boxing, and I stuck with it since.
From La Savon, I did in all sorts of sports, trying to see if I could feel that vibe, that endurance, that rush. And then my cousin invited me to come and train with him and do boxing. And after doing boxing, since I got this like challenging mentality to want, beat my cousin, so it's like I can push boxing and try and get a match and see how far I go against you. But after he moved on, leaving me. So then I had a look for other victims, which I currently am doing, and right now I best boxer, only #1 spot at my current weight.
I started boxing at the age of 20. I merely wanted to start doing martial arts, but living with my grandmother, she kind of had a skepticism of the whole spirituality thing of it. So after I turned 20, kind of had my own way to do what I wanted to do. So I decided to join the Battlefield Gym in Black Rock, and that's just how it started. From there, never turned back.
From a young age, every day at school, I did fighting all the time, fighting all the time. So I just tell myself, I just make a negative into a positive and do the right thing instead of getting in trouble all the time. So that's how I really started getting into boxing. I had a lot of anger too, so just tell myself I turn negative into a positive.
I myself was an angry young man coming up, and through all of the different mediums that they try to see if they could help me, I feel like boxing is really where I learned self-discipline, is really where I learned self-control. It was boxing that did that for me, and I feel like in the same way I could identify and relate to a lot of these other youngsters that I'm seeing who sometimes are on a trajectory or on a path to going in the wrong direction. And boxing, the kind of discipline that it entails for you to be good at this sport. You either fall in love with it or you don't. And once you fall in love with it, you genuinely find that you want to be good, and the kind of work that it takes for you to be good at this sport. You ain't got time to be on the block now wasting time. You ain't got time to be out there doing recklessness. You're gonna find the boxers getting more and more disciplined. They're gonna get self-control. They're gonna increase their self-confidence. You're gonna see you walking around with your head up now, being, what's the word I'm looking for? Icons in their own society, being role models to the youths around them. So I feel like through this sport, we get an opportunity now to give these youths an avenue to more express that frustration, that anger that they're feeling with the way that the world is going right now. Just a couple of days ago, I remember walking into the gym. It's 4 p.m., my training starts at 6. And I looked through the window and I could see 4 boys outside sparring, just training among themselves, waiting for training to start. And we're 2 hours away from start time. Now, them boys ordinarily would have been doing sign-outs, riding bicycles up and down the gap, getting into trouble. They found boxing, they fall in love, and now with all the spare time, that's what they want to be doing. And that's the effect that it has all around the world, and that's the effect that we are looking for. That's exactly what we want to do.
Boxing helped ground me, caused me to think more rational. Normally, like, if I was walking on the street and somebody brushed past me, that'd be that, we would start saying that. But now, since boxing and knowing how actually it feels to fight, gain 3 minutes in a row, and knowing outcomes that could happen if you was to fight somebody, I don't got that urge to just fight with anybody. It make you more calm, allow you to think through certain situations. You don't panic. It really helped ground me.
Boxing shaped my life. It made me more humble, made me how to control my anger some more, because it was a hot head. So it really helped me and made me learn to control my anger. It made me a better person.
I guess I kind of always had that fight in me because having two older brothers, I used to play a fight a lot, get into trouble at school and get issues. So I find boxing became like an outlet for my anger at a point in time. And as I continue in the sport, I found the more discipline and challenging of it. So the more discipline helped me to control my anger and channel it in a different way into the sport and not outside of the sport.
I would say like the brotherhood, because the connection and the bond that I built through training, through the boxers, through the coaches, it just gave me a sense of home. And then just the commitment, coming, training every day and seeing myself get better. And then the competition, getting to pour all your hard work into one thing and then getting the win, the victory, connects with my heart. One of the major ways that I've seen myself change is that I become more confident, more self-confident in myself, more belief in my abilities, and then I would say I'm able to work harder in my day-to-day tasks.
I remember growing up and looking at the professional boxing circuit across the world. And then when we saw what was happening in Barbados, I would get excited when it looked like, yo, we gonna be right there. Maybe we can get to see a Sean Terry Cox become a world champion or Shaka Henry become a world champion. And then it just felt like boxing disappeared. And within me, it was hurting me at my core to feel like the sport is just gone, it's just dead. There wasn't even a boxing board in operation, and really that I couldn't settle with that. So myself and Kobe Brady, and we get behind the government, the ministers, we really try to rally it and get the boxing board up. And now that it's up, we want to bring an end to that hiatus. It's been close to a decade where there has been no professional boxing in Barbados, and we want to bring an end to that now. And from here going forward, you're definitely going to be seeing professional boxing for sure in Barbados and across this region.
One of the biggest challenges I would say is commitment. A lot of boxers can't fully commit themselves to boxing because of either finance or they haven't got the time to be here. Other issue with boxing is that you don't get a lot of competitions. You might not be able to get a lot of sparring, so you will come to a match and you might only have 2 weeks in and only get 3 sparring sessions. Sometimes you might not get right gear because you don't got your money to be back and forth or buying gear. And then the commitment, you can't beat somebody that training every day and you're only training twice a week.
Like, challenges we have right now as boxers in Barbados is that we really can't train how we like to train because the finances, we ain't really getting paid to come and train and things, so we still go work, and then after work, go come and train. So right now we at disadvantage in this boxing game right now.
Because to reach the next level of boxing, I need to put my everything and my all into boxing. But with the way that I'm living now, I have to work and train at the same time. I will come training in the morning, from training go to work, and then from work, when I'm tired and everything, come back to training and playing more work to help myself get to that next level. So when I go to competitions, I'm not slacking or laying down behind other people. The next thing I would say is I'm not getting enough competitions to get myself to the experience level I need to be to compete with the other international boxers.
The biggest challenges for me is the lack of exposure, I will mostly say. Lack of exposure and support. For any amateur association, there haven't been much local fights here, or they don't get that much promotion. They support the locals. A lot of people like boxing, but they don't hear about boxing here until the last day, so they don't get a lot of support outside of that. Going into the professional world, I've always said that if I really want to do it professionally, I'll have to probably live outside of Barbados to get that real exposure and get that real drive for the sport. But since being here, have kind of, not say lost that drive for the professional world, but it's kind of going back on now, having this promotion, this fight coming on, kind of bringing back that spirit in me.
I myself was one of those boxers aspiring to become a world champion believing that I had the talent and the ability. And what I lacked, in my opinion, was the resources. And I know that I am not the only one for a fact. And I know that a lot of those guys, if they could have, they would have explored the professional career in the sport. And after I got older, I got wiser, I became more experienced, I got more knowledgeable. I saw how I could access more resources, and I realized, you know what? If I couldn't be the world champion, that doesn't mean that we can facilitate it for these other youngsters, because you go around and you see how many, like, we've got so many youngsters out here that are really putting in this work, who really got that dream and really want to see it come to fruition and reality for them. And for me, being able to facilitate that is just as good as wearing that belt on my own way. So it's all about seeing other aspiring boxers get to live their realities and their dreams. Like, there's no reason that we shouldn't be able to exist in this world and live our dreams and see that come true for real.
In 5 years, what do you see in 5 years? In 5 years, I could see myself being a world champion, or at least on the road to be a world champion, super heavyweight champion. With my other boxing partners, my brothers in boxing, up to the top, at least on the way to the top.
Well, where I see myself, if you look up, beyond that, I see myself going to the top of the game, winning multiple world championships with my brothers, living good, big houses, supporting our families solely through boxing. That's where I see myself.
My vision right now for boxing is to be leading the pathway for the future, for younger boxers that can come up behind me, for those that come in to take, my spot. We can deal with them while they're still here, but I'm looking to build a path for the others. I see myself standing on the world stage with a gold medal around my neck when I qualify for Olympics. Until I get there, I can just continue to hold my title, my spot as the best in my division, and I just waiting for any challengers to come.
Boxing Day, specifically homecoming, that's all about bringing two of the professional boxers from my era who've gone out there and they migrated overseas. That's what we had to do at that time in order to have a professional boxing career. And I want to really pay homage to those guys for going out there and doing it. I want to give them a chance, a real opportunity to come home now and fight. Since they've been pros, they've never been able to fight at home, so nobody in Barbados has been able to see Barbadian or Keith King fighting at home. I'm gonna bring them home and give Barbados and the rest of the world that opportunity to see them when they're at home, on their soil, and what they could do at home. As well as really create the pathway for the professional boxers and the amateurs here who are aspiring to become professionals to really get out there and have that career right here in Barbados without having to try to balance 2 or 3 jobs along with training and trying to have that career. So through Boxing Day, which is the first event that Matchbox is going to be putting on, we're going to be starting that process, introducing Barbados to 2 of our big guns, Barbadian and Charles Cox.
So Boxing Day is like a big door opening that we ain't just broadcasting in Barbados anymore, we broadcasting overseas. Like everybody getting to see what happened in 26. So we got big boxers, we got main event, Barbadian, we got Jabali, we got Keith King, we got Marine and other boxers. So really for me, this 26 is a big game changer for me.
What I'm looking forward to the 26th of December is to seeing y'all there and y'all seats in the ringside, in the skybox, and the VIP. But the most important part that I'm looking forward to seeing is seeing my brothers who work so hard to get the wins that they deserve.
I think with Matchbox promotions, it's going to be a very big thing for Barbados. Knowing that we haven't had a good professional card here in the island in a very long time, I think that it's going to be very good for the island, having the locals here coming to box, having the overseas Barbadians coming back home to perform on a show. It's going to be explosive, it's going to be great. I think that's going to really shoot the boxing industry in the island through the roof. So I know that when that happens, more is going to come, greater is going to come. So we're really looking forward to it.
To be a great boxer, you need a great coach. You need great support. You need people to help push you. You could push yourself, but you can only push yourself so far. So greatness sometimes comes from within as well. But also, if you got greatness around you, pushing you forward to that idea, you can also become a great boxer. Also, every boxer should got that mentality to push forward and to fight, bring that monster from inside of you to really challenge yourself. So to me, greatness is, if anyone, so anybody could be a great boxer, you just already push and fight for it.
Like Barbados, you know, we boxing in Barbados, we working hard to make a big change in Barbados for sure. We just want to know that we making history because we working hard, we doing everything we could do. I want to take a sit with these boxers in here is that just come and give 100%. Even if they may feel 100%, no matter what we're doing, we just come in here and give 100%. So when we go and represent we Barbados, we can put we back foot forward and we're doing everything we could do for sure.
We're hardworking people, no matter what comes in our way, no matter the challenges or the hurdles that we have to jump over. We will put 10 toes down, put our chins down, our eyes straight forward, and we work hard and we grind and make sure that we get to the goal.
It is a great outlet for your anger, great for discipline, great for challenging yourself, great for finding yourself in general too. Because with the sport, you go through a lot of challenges, making weight, challenging other people to see who's better in skill. It really teaches a lot about yourself and if you could continue with something. Because in this sport, sometimes you get that first lash and you say yourself, I'm done with that, ain't nice for me. But if you could push through that first lash and continue, you will find that there's a greater you inside. There's a greater purpose to yourself that you can never really knew you had. So I will always say, if you up for it, take the challenge. If you only want to do it for the fitness of it, it's great for fitness too. Getting your body into shape, you'll realize you'll never be in as much shape as you had doing boxing.
Well, not just a young man, because some young women also be going through stuff, but no matter what situations you're going through, boxing is a place for you. You can find a home in whatever gym is closest to you. Come and train, pour it all into boxing, and you'll really see where your heart truly lies and how far you can make it in life.
Even bigger right now, I think there are 6 schools right now with a boxing program in it. And we would like to have boxing in every secondary and primary school in Barbados. So that's a real opportunity for people. Like, I think most people look at boxers as, you know, fools, guys who didn't get an education, who all they could do really is fight. They had no real place in society. That's not the case. And it's only by giving those with the education the opportunity to be exposed to the sport that we'll get to see more and more of that coming out. And even if you come into the sport and you weren't able to be as educated, here we can also, and that's one of the things that Matchbox Promotions is looking to do, we can also help to educate the boxers who weren't able to get all the academic degrees. Help those guys as well to become more functional in society and contribute positively to society. Boxing Day, homecoming, there's an opportunity now for the private sector in Barbados and the rest of the region really to get behind sports and get behind the sport specifically of boxing. In this region, we've got so many talented fighters coming up out there. They're working very hard. They have a lot of talent and they deserve to be seen. You know, this is your opportunity to get behind the sport, help us to develop it and bring it forward. And boxing is a $1 billion industry worldwide. Why not make it a $1 million industry in Barbados? Sorry, in the region. We're talking Caribbean and Latin America all together. Real.
What up, guys? It's Charles Cox here from Barbados, and I want to invite you all to come out to the Boxing Day event, December 26th. Gonna have a great time. Local people, local boxers, amateur and professional. Gonna be an explosive event. Don't miss it.
Come out the 26th of December to see me, Peter Murray, Seth, Corby Breedy, Lil Breedy. Come and see all of us trying, represent Barbados.
So I can move hype now, I can get hype now. All right. So as I said already, my name is Seth Lawrence, coming straight from the Barbados. And 26th December, I want it to be there. You understand? 6 p.m., make sure you grab on the seat. Don't buy no food, no drink, no nothing. Get in your seat. Because if you miss your seat, you can miss action. So make sure you come out to 26th December and plug in for sure. Because we can be hype. So come outside.